Our next animal is all of you who love Australia. Should love this one, mates, because it's a good one. The red kangaroo. Let's welcome another Scientist of the Year candidate, Miss Isabel May.
Hi, my name is Isabel May. I'm going to be presenting to you today on the red kangaroo. So this is what the red kangaroo looks like. They're the largest living marsupial, and they're the most common breed of kangaroo. So the classification of the red kangaroo is their kingdom is Animalia, their phylum is Chordata, their class is Mammalia, order is Diprotodontia, and family is Macropodia, and genus is Micropus, and species is Rupus, and scientific name is Micropus rupus. And it's closely related to gray kangaroos and all other marsupials. Physical characteristics. So the male is much larger than the female. The height of the male red kangaroo on hind legs is, the size is 200 pounds, and the male is 77 pounds. The tail length of the male is 2.4 to 3.3 feet long. And they balance on their feet, on their tail when they're bouncing and stuff. And the female is 2.2 to 3 feet long, and the height of the male on the hind legs is 6 feet or more, so they're really tall. And the female is 4.5, and so yeah, they're very tall. And they have a short coat, texture like soft wool, and the surface of the nose is hairless, and their skin is a dusty gray. The color of the male red kangaroo is a red coat, and female is smoky blue. But the color can differ between the gender, but that's just what's average. And then the males can be called bucks, boomers, or jacks, and the females are called does, flyers, or jills. Distribution. They live mostly in Australia, and they live in the inland areas, so you can tell by this map, they live mostly all over. And they live in the shrubland and the dry plains. Habitat. So they live in the grassy plains of Australia. They have trees for shade, arid grassland, shrubland. They can cope with extreme heat, and they're called desert dwellers. They dig holes in the sand to lay in, and they lift themselves and helps cool them down. Status. The red kangaroo is of least concern, and they're stable, so they're staying pretty good. And they're about 4,148,316. So they're doing pretty good. Reproduction. So in a mob of kangaroos, there's about 10, and there's one dominant male, and he's the one who mates, and they're fertile all year round. So they almost always have a joey in their pouch. And the female becomes fertile at about 30 months, and the male becomes fertile at about 28 to 39 months. And they can have more than one joey at a time, but they have one in their pouch, and then another one can be popping around and only comes back to nurse. So, parental care. The male kangaroo, he has no part in raising them, and the joey stays with mom for about 1 year. And the moms teach the joey how to box, because when they're trying to make their way into a mob, they have to box to show that they're worthy of being in the group. Longevity and mortality. So, in captivity, they live about 27 years, and that's the highest that's been recorded. And in the wild, they live about 22 years. And the male and female have the same lifespan, so it doesn't really differ. Seasonal patterns. They have no behavior change. They live in the desert, so the weather stays pretty much the same. They don't hibernate or undergo torpor. And they just move to go to the water sources if there's a drought. Diet. They eat grasses, leaves, roots, and low herbaceous plants. So they don't eat meat, they only eat plants. So, yeah. Predators. The main predator is the dingo. The dingo eats them for meat. And then humans, red kangaroos are really, really common in Australia. And so it's sort of like killing them for meat is like when we kill a cow for meat. So they're used for meat a lot. relationships. So humans only interact with the red kangaroo when in zoos or when hunting. So. Fun facts: they cannot hop backwards, but they're very good swimmers, and it's legal to own a kangaroo in the state of Washington. And so, there's like a lady at Costco that has a red kangaroo. So.
Nice.
Is my work cited? And thank you for listening. I hope you learned.
Questions for Izzy.
Yeah.
I remember watching the show and the kangaroo totally kicked this guy. And are they aggressive? Is their behavior aggressive?
Well, they don't normally have to interact with humans, but I guess they would be if they felt threatened.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's boxing?
So it's they kick and pretty much punch each other and to try to become dominant. So yeah.
So you explained a couple, people eat them, people have them in zoos, people hunt them. So how do those interactions impact the conservation of the animal? Are we?
It doesn't affect them because there's so many of them that they just are staying stable.
Cool. And then I was going to ask you too, what kind of mating system do these guys have?
There's one dominant male and then he mates with females.
So is it, it's like a herd,
yeah, there's a
a
mob of
pack kind of thing? Interesting. How do the males battle then?
Yeah, if one male wants to become the dominant male, then they box, and whoever wins the dominant male.